All right, kids. So obviously that's all about like neighbors and, helping others and,
Whoa!
Oh boy. Here we go again. What is it this time, Inquisitor?
No one questions the Inquisitor! Don't you know this by now? The time is nigh!
The time is what?
Nigh. The time is nigh. See? Look, even my watch says it. It says 9:15. No matter. Now, it is time to breathe deep the cool air of the Inquisitor's questions of... Inquisitiveness!
Let's get this over with.
Indeed. Question time. What came first, the chicken or the egg? What came second, the bacon or the pig? What came third, the corn dog or the mini corn dog?
Did you not eat breakfast this morning or something?
What came fourth, the ham or the burger? What came fifth, the pineapple or the bowling ball?
Oh my goodness, you're driving me crazy.
That's actually what Greg said.
Who's Greg?
My neighbor. Well, he was my neighbor. I kind of drove him crazy by asking him too many questions and boom! Greg exploded.
You made your neighbor explode?
No, not really. Greg was a piñata. Here, have some. He was delicious.
Okay, wait. Your neighbor was a piñata?
Well, that is the only kind of neighbor I can get. That house next to me stays empty all the time. And I think because I asked too many questions, so nobody wants to move in. So, I bought a piñata and I named him Greg. But I think I was asking way too many questions because then he exploded. But that is actually a very normal day for me, though.
Yeah, I don't think there is a normal thing about you. And besides, that is not how a neighbor is supposed to act. In fact, Jesus is actually asking a question today about neighbors. And his question is, which would you say was a neighbor?
That's pretty easy, Greg was my neighbor. He lived next to me. He exploded. And now he's not my neighbor anymore. So a neighbor is just somebody who lives next to you in your house.
Well, that's one way of putting it. But what Jesus meant was that everyone is a neighbor. I'm a neighbor. You're a neighbor. All of these kids are neighbors. So you see, that's what we're learning about today. We're learning about how to be a good neighbor.
Let me guess. Rule number 1, don't blow them up.
Okay, that works. But what I was going to say was that a good neighbor has compassion. That means that you care about other people more than yourself. And a good neighbor takes action.
Ha! That kind of action right there?
No, what I mean is that if you see a person in need, then they take action to help that person.
You have astounded me, oh Captain Astounder. I shall return whenceforth and go bathe my brain in these brilliant bemusings.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna go off and think about it for a little bit. But before I go, I have one more question for you. Huzzah! Are snakes just lizards with no legs? Or did God make them by taking Play-Doh and doing this?
Say what?
No one questions the Inquisitor!